Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Doc returns to Oshkosh 2019, D-Day veteran returns to Normandy by parachute, and World of You completes milestone 16-day Stratollite mission. I'm Sophie Herlock. Doc will make a much-anticipated return to Oshkosh for the 50th anniversary for AirVenture. The Boeing B-29 Superfortress 4-engine heavy bomber was built back in 1944. Doc and CAF's FiFi are currently the only two flying aircraft of their type. The B-29's journey has been a long one, including stops in California, a stint at a Mojave Desert bombing range where Doc served as a target for training, and then back to Wichita, where it was initially constructed in 1945. Doc was rebuilt starting in 2000 until 2016, and then made the journey to EAA AirVenture Oshkosh 2017. Doc's name comes from the squadron it flew in, the Seven Dwarfs. The B-29's nose art reflects the name, as Doc the Dwarf points up at the sky. Be on the lookout for Doc while at Boeing Plaza this year at AirVenture. We'll be right back with Around the Patch.
Build and fly with the most exciting line of kit aircraft on the market, the Sonex Aircraft B models. The B models offer more room and comfort, more fuel, more panel space, more engine choices, and the same great Sonex Aircraft flight characteristics. Learn more at sonexaircraft.com.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Let's take a quick look at some interesting stories coming out of the aviation industry. It's time for today's trip Around the Patch. A technology kit developed by Sikorsky was used for the first time to operate a BlackHawk helicopter with full authority, fly-by-wire flight controls. The May 29th flight marked the official start to the flight test program for the soon-to-be optional piloted aircraft. Follow-on flight testing aims to include envelope expansion throughout the summer, leading to fully autonomous flight in 2020. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao has announced that the FAA will award $840 million in airport infrastructure grants, the first allotment of the total $3.18 billion in airport improvement program funding for airports across the United States. The 432 grants will fund infrastructure projects at 381 airports around the country. Selected projects include runway reconstruction and rehabilitation, construction of firefighting facilities, and the maintenance of taxiways, aprons, and terminals. Ron Connolly, a U.S. Army veteran pilot who has an extensive history in education and leadership, has joined EAA as Director of Museum and Education. In his position, Connolly will lead the exploration and implementation of updates to the museum in the areas of technology, education, and diversity. That includes a goal to further showcase the accomplishments of groups not commonly represented in the aviation community, but have made significant contributions to the legacy of personal flight. Airbus has signed a contract with Inmarsat to design, manufacture, and build the first in their next generation of geostationary Ka-band satellites, Inmarsat GX7, 8, and 9. The three satellites are the first to be based on Airbus's new OneSat product line, which is fully reconfigurable in orbit. Featuring onboard processing and active antennas, the three Ka-band spacecraft will be able to adjust their coverage, capacity, and frequency. We'll be right back with the rest of the news.
Today is a new dawn.
With a new name.
Un nuevo logotipo.
A new factory.
Und einen globalen Kundenfokus.
We are Continental Aerospace Technologies, and we stand behind you.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
On June 6, 1944, Tom Rice arrived in Normandy, France via parachute at the beginning of the D-Day invasion. On June 5, 2019, he did it all again on the eve of the 75th anniversary of the event. Rice participated in a tandem jump from a C-47 transport, one of the 200 skydivers to reenact the initial stage of invasion. Now 97 years old, Rice said it went perfect and I'd go up and do it all again. Rice was with the U.S. Army's 101st Airborne Division 75 years ago. He said on that jump he got caught in the door as he exited the airplane, but he managed to free it and get out. At least one bullet tore through his canopy as he descended. He said the main difference between the two jumps was the 1944 jump was done at night, while this was a daytime jump, so he could still see where he was. And this time, no one was shooting at him. Worldview has successfully executed a record-setting 16-day Stratollite mission. On Monday, June 3, 2019, following the successful 16-day mission, Worldview personnel identified and navigated the system above a safe landing zone in a remote part of Nevada. The team then concluded the mission and executed a safe and controlled descent landing, followed by recovery of all flight components, many of which will be prepared for refurbishment and reuse in subsequent missions. Worldview's Stratollite is a long-endurance stratospheric flight vehicle capable of station keeping over areas of interest for remote sensing and communication. Worldview's proprietary altitude control technology allows it to harness stratospheric winds to steer the Stratollite to and from desired locations and loiter above them for long durations. Stratollites can carry a wide variety of commercial payloads, launch rapidly on demand, and safely return payloads back to Earth after each mission. And that's our show for today. Don't forget to subscribe, tweet, and like us. And if you want the latest aviation and aerospace news, head over to aero-news.net. Have a great day.